All right, here with Natasha Andrea Oon and the legendary Juli Inkster. This year, Natasha won the Juli Inkster Award that goes to the best college senior, I think, the highest ranked college senior. And I know we've talked about this a little before, Natasha, at Meyer, but just tell me what it means to you to be able to win this prestigious award.
Actually, I feel like it means way more than it did before, because I feel like the trials that I've gone through until this moment has actually put me into perspective of how much of a struggle it is to transition from an amateur to a professional. So I think just Juli making this award a thing has helped me so much free my mind up to play these amazing tournaments and expose me so much to these really, really competitive level type of golf games. So just the pressure out there, managing my expectations, having weeks of just LPGA golf just makes me feel like a little bit more ready to just be out there next year, just to try and just qualify my way into LPGA or just any tournament right now. I just want to compete. So yeah, for sure, really happy.
Awesome. Follow up to that. How important to you was it to play your senior year? San Jose State, I know you played, which was your alma mater as well, Juli. How important was you to just finish out your college career? Not every player does it, so I just wanted to know how important that was to you.
I think my mom, she's always made it such an important thing to just get my degree. And I did in December, but the year before that I was injured and also COVID was happening. So it was a very gray area for me which path I was going to take. So I think just playing out my senior year really gave me the type of footing to see, okay, where should I go in my life? Am I going to go for an office job, or am I going to go and pursue professional golf, which I've been doing my whole life? And it was amazing to me that I was able to just come back so quickly from an injury, because I was giving myself about 6 months or maybe just to see if I could get that competitive spirit back. But really, really happy that I did and fully went out there completing the year without dropping out in the middle. I think it was just super important to see how well I could have done, for sure, in my college career. So really happy.
Awesome. Juli, why is it important to you to award college seniors? And maybe for a little history, we can hear how this award came about.
Yeah, I would love to. Personally, I'm pretty good friends with Ann Walker at Stanford, and the LPGA qualifying school is in November, where it ends, and the LPGA lets amateurs, collegiate players go as an amateur, and if they make it, they have their card, and if they don't make it, they go back to school. And a lot of these really good collegiate teams were losing their best players, and to me, it's leaving your teammates, it's leaving your school, and really leaving your coaches high and dry, where they have a chance to win a national championship. And I know it's a lot of pressure on the kids that, I got my card, I probably should go. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my card next year. And so we kind of sat down and started brainstorming what we could do. And Workday got involved, and they made it really easy for me to, follow through with this, because I'm very passionate about team sports. I'm very passionate about school. I think leaving early, I like to see people fall through on their commitments. And it gave me a chance to really be hands-on with my winner. And, last 3 years, with Natasha winning this year, and Jarvi winning the year before, and Natalie winning the year before, I still stay in touch with them. And I just didn't want to put my name on a trophy. I really wanted to be involved with their career. And because, as Natasha says, it's a big jump going from amateur golf, collegiate golf, to professional golf. And if they have someone, in their right pocket, they could call and, ask, what tournaments should I play, or how I should set my schedule up, or, how you go about playing a tournament, and I'm there for them, I think it really helps them. And with Workday, it helps them financially, and they don't have to worry about getting sponsors. They can go out there on their own and make a name for themselves. So it's been a great award. I want to keep building it. Mark Gans with Cambia, I approached Tom Miletus, who the trophy's named after here. He's a good friend of mine. If we could get the Inkster Award, have an invitation here, and they were all for it. So in order for them to be able to really compete and see what it's like to play in an LPGA event, because a lot of these girls have not. And as Natasha said, it's a big curve, and you can really see where you need to work on your game, and how these professionals go about practicing and playing a practice round. We got an exemption here, and it turned into Meyer gave us an exemption. So Natasha, really, this is her third tournament, which a lot of players don't get that opportunity. And then she'll go into the qualifying school, and I think she'll feel that she's prepared and ready to go. So I'm really excited about it. And it's great that Natasha from my alma mater, San Jose State, got the award, because the other two schools are on the East Coast, and it's nice to have a West Coast represent. So I hope to build this award with Workday and just keep making it bigger.
Awesome. I was actually just going to ask how special it was for you to award this to someone who played at your alma mater and someone you play with all the time, as you said.
Yeah, it's been great. I've gotten to know Natasha, because she played at San Jose State, and Pat Hurst is a good friend of mine. She was her assistant coach, and we always knew Natasha had the tools. She just overthinks a little bit. So I'm getting her to just go out there and play and not think. Because Judy Rankin always told me the biggest advice is, Julie, don't think, just play. And so that really helped me, is to just, let your natural talent go out there and play. And she's got a ton of it. So it's really fun for me to watch her take this next progression to tour golf.
I want to open it up to questions in the room. Christina?
So, Natasha, I know you turned pro at the Meyer Classic just a couple months ago, still early in your pro career, but what have the first few months been like? What have you learned about life as a professional as opposed to life as an amateur?
So I think my biggest takeaway from this whole experience was that I actually feel like we do need to have conversations about the transition from amateur to pro, because it has been hard. It has been really hard. It's really easy, in college life, to just kind of go with the wave because everything is planned out for you, oh, I have this, there's a calendar and everything is just planned out for you. You don't want to go, you better go, So, but now it's everything's in your hands and you can listen to your body, but at the same time, it's you don't know when to push yourself, you don't know when to take a step back, and it's just been how do I make sure I'm taking care of myself while playing every single week? Do I need to take this week off? When can I play? And I'm just really lucky to be where I'm at in terms of college, because I still have the connections I made, and I can still play at courses like Los Altos and Castlewood. But thinking about those amateurs that do not have those, I really don't know how they handle it out there, because it's been really hard. When to book flights, how to rent cars, where to stay in tournaments, how to afford that, when can I see my coach? It's just been a whirlwind, and this award, it just means so much more because of everything that I've went through these past few months, for sure.
And Julie, spinning that over to you, when it was a different time, certainly when you turned pro, but how long did it take you or your colleagues how long did it take you to figure out what it meant to be a professional, and how do you hope to pass that along to Natasha and these other players out here?
I just, I really didn't have a mentor. I just kind of learned on the fly. It was different then. We just traveled in the United States, and we traveled mostly with our college buddies that we played with. Nowadays, a lot of these girls don't go to college, and so you don't really know. So you don't really have a support system. But as Natasha says, it is a lot lot different because you go from having everything planned out for you, what tournaments you're going to play, when you're leaving, travel's all, packing's all done for you. So, and all of a sudden, you're an independent contractor, you're out here by yourself, and there's a lot of, unknown questions and a lot of lonely time that you got to try to figure it out. So, and Natasha's only 20. I mean, she, went to San Jose. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. But she, came over here from Malaysia at 16 and, got her degree in, 3.5 years. And so she's smart, but she's not street smart. We're trying to get her to be street smart. You can learn from me. I'm not smart, but I'm street smart. So we make a good pair. So I mean, Natasha knows that I'm going to be there for her, that Brian's, my husband's, going to be there for her. She always has somewhere to go, to talk to. And same with Natalie and Jarvie. I talk to Natalie a little more than Jarvie, but I always, try to check in with them and see how they're doing. So it's been great for me because I love doing stuff like this. I love being able to, have these girls transition to something they love. They love to play golf, and their goal is to be a winner on the LPGA. And if I can help out, it makes it all worthwhile.
This is obviously a substantial amount of money to give someone for travel. Could you explain to a casual fan how expensive it is to travel on the LPGA?
It's expensive. They're probably, $75,000 probably a year. That's if you're staying in private housing. And stuff like that. So Workday, has given me $50,000, and in order, I've given all 50 to Natasha here. The last couple, because we're growing it, wasn't able to give them all 50. But I think it's important that I do give them the 50, and my travel expenses and stuff come out of the foundation. So, I want them to be able to have the freedom of not having to worry about, their money right away, and that they can afford to have a good caddy and they can afford to eat. And she's not old enough to rent a car, so
I did.
You did?
I did.
Oh, nice. Good for you. You're not driving, are you?
270.
Oh, that's a good price.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so, and this is all things she's learning because, it's amazing. It's like, it's like having kids. It's like, oh my God, we got to pay our electric bill, or we got to pay our phone bill. And all of a sudden these things add up. And, Ralph, my caddy that's caddied for me for a long time, is caddying for Natasha. And he's been around, and he's making it really easy for her, and he's a good caddy. And Natasha's listening to him about course management and practicing and preparing and not overworking, because 4 days is a lot of golf. And so we're just trying to do the little things to make it easier for her.
What are some of the bigger expenses that players face out here?
Wait, should I add?
You go ahead.
Oh, I think it's like caddy and also
Travel.
taxes.
Travel.
Like, I feel like I got my first LPGA paycheck 2 weeks ago, and I was like, oh, yay! And then I looked at the thing, and I was like, taxes. Oh my God, taxes! It's a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, that's crazy.
Street smart, like I said.
Street smart,
Yeah.
and then just
Airlines?
travel, airlines. Yeah, I also which receipts to keep. I lose all my receipts. Gas, caddy, just a lot of caddy. I think.
Have you paid for one yet?
I think. I don't know. Let me see.
No, but it adds up. I mean, just getting from A to B these days is not easy. And if you don't have any status with airlines, you got to pay baggage fees, and then you got to rent a car and eat. And if you have a physio or someone that tries to keep your body in shape, so taxes.
All right. Well, last question, I guess, to wrap it up. Natasha, I just want to know what some of your goals for yourself are. Maybe not just necessarily in LPGA, but your goals for yourself in general, and how you plan on relying on Juli to help you with those.
So I think my goals would just to be more comfortable out there. I think I'm very uncomfortable out there, which is kind of at first I was really mad at myself about that, but I kind of stepped back and be like, okay, let's be realistic here. It's your first time really as a professional out here. But as I said, like, this award has made things a lot more easier. Like, I feel like it would have been such a longer transition if I didn't have this award with me. So I think my goal just would be try and just ASAP get on this tour because I love it so much out here. Also, I think it'd be nice to just also do what Juli does, which is help a lot of the other girls out there come into this tour and hopefully grow the tour more, because I'm very passionate about golf and what it has done for me. So I think it would be really nice to maybe help the girls back in my country or back just in my college, just to make it more easier to chase their dreams as well. So, yeah.
Juli, what are your goals for her and your support?
I think she nailed it, is to grow as a person and grow as a player, and, you know, to give back. You always try to leave it better than when you started. You know, Natasha, I don't think she realizes how good she is yet, and I think when she gets more comfortable out here, you know, she's gonna have a successful life on tour if that's what she wants, and if she doesn't, she'll be successful off tour too, because she is a smart gal and she's a hard worker. And the thing that I think that she has that a lot of players don't is she likes to hunt. She likes being in the mix of things, and, you know, she says she gets nervous, but we all get nervous. But, you know, I've seen her in her scores, you know, on Saturday and Sunday, how, you know, she plays well. So, and I don't think you can teach that. I think you just have that. And I think she doesn't realize she has it, but what I've seen of her, it's definitely in there.
Awesome. Well, thank you both so much. Congratulations.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good
Yeah.
job.